news, friends. We are just 2 days, 11 hours, 59 minutes and counting away from Christmas. And that means that today is shaping up to be one of the busiest days at the airport and on the roads. Take a look. This is what MSP's Terminal 2 looked like during our sunrise show. Airport officials expect another 40,000 flyers to pass through TSA checkpoints today. So far, there have been just 12 delays and 3 cancellations.
Be patient and maybe be prepared too. Get your check-in online and get it on your phone. Just be ready.
Hey, be ready so you don't have to get ready. You can also save time today by looking at both security checkpoints to see which one has the lower wait time. And if you can, book your parking spot before getting to the airport because those lots are really starting to fill up. Terminal 1 is 31% full. Terminal 2 is at 48% capacity. And the quick ride ramp is over halfway full. If you're planning to drive somewhere this weekend, keep in mind AAA expects tomorrow to be one of the most congested days on the road, along with next Thursday, December 28th, and Saturday, December 30th, ahead of New Year's Eve. AAA says the best times to leave are before lunchtime or after 7 p.m. As many are gathering with family for the holiday, a new subvariant of COVID is taking over, and health leaders warn it's now become the fastest growing strain of the virus in the country.
I'm Jennifer Hoff. COVID cases are rising again just in time for the holidays, in part due to a new variant that the World Health Organization is now classifying as one of interest. This as it ramps up its investigations into cases that locally are just harder to track now because fewer people are testing. But the ever reliable wastewater surveillance shows increases in nearly all the state's 38 treatment facilities in just the last 2 weeks. And Fergus Falls and St. Cloud are seeing the highest jump at 120%. Doctors say that the symptoms, though, appear to be the same as the virus's other strains and is just as preventable with a vaccine.
Right now, the federal government is making at-home COVID tests available for free. You can log on to their website, covid.gov, and order up to 4 tests. Here in Minnesota, you can also get free tests through MDH. For more information, go to mn.gov and click on COVID-19. Now for a live look over Benay-McCoska. It's going to be another warm December day with temperatures in the 40s. Can you believe it, in December? Let's go ahead and send things over to Ben with a full look at your forecast.
Well, we continue to see a lot of these low-hanging clouds, overcast, and these misty, drizzly conditions that'll probably last through the afternoon. Temperatures in the 40s today. It's going to be warm, and we're likely going to stay warmer than freezing all the way through the Christmas holiday. Now, speaking of Christmas, here are the main weather headlines. Both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, warm and rainy. We might get a brief lull in the action as we head into Sunday night and early Monday morning, but it looks like the rain's going to rotate back into this system. And at least for now, the Twin Cities is expected to stay all rain with the potential for an inch, maybe even more of rainfall. Now, by the time we head into the days after Christmas, temperatures cooling off a little bit, where we could see a wintry mix over parts of the state. We'll talk more about that forecast just ahead.
Ben, thank you. We're learning new details this afternoon about the deadliest mass shooting in Czech history. NBC's Ali Arouzi reports the latest from Prague.
So people here in Prague have been rattled by this mass shooting in a country that's generally very peaceful, and mass shootings are very rare. There was pandemonium here in Prague yesterday as the gunman let loose, killing 14 people and injuring at least 26 others. Harrowing images can be seen of people climbing out onto the ledge of a building and jumping down from several stories up to avoid the shooter. There was also the sound of gunfire going off in the historic city center of Prague as people were scrambling to safety. Dramatic body cam footage shows the whole thing unfolding. The police shot the shooter and put an end to this terrible crime that had happened here, but people are still very much on edge. Police also say that the shooter had killed his father before starting the rampage, and they also suspect that he had killed 2 people in a forest near Prague, one of them an infant child. Ali Arouzi, NBC News, Prague.
Next week, new money for public safety will go out across the state. And Minnesota lawmakers say the aid can be spent on anything local agencies need.
I'm John Croman. For the first time ever, the state of Minnesota is sending direct public safety aid to every city, county, and tribal nation in the state. The $300 million package will be divided based on population, and it'll be up to each local community to decide how to spend their piece of the pie. In Lino Lakes, for example, part of the money will go to buy new body-worn cameras and squad-mounted cameras, and part of the money will pay down the loan on new fire trucks, saving local taxpayers in Lino $20,000 a year for 10 years. The author of the bill, Democrat Heather Gustafson, said that local control was an important part of this because every police, fire, and sheriff's department needs something different.
Right now, a plan to add more security at U.S. Bank Stadium is moving forward, but directors say it's going to cost more money than expected. The Minnesota Sports Facilities Authority says phase 2 of the project will cost more than $62 million. That's about $14 million higher than their original estimates. The authority says they don't have the money in their funds to cover it, so they'll be looking to the governor and the state legislature next session. The state legislature already approved nearly $16 million for phase 1 of the project, and that phase is currently underway and should wrap up sometime next year.